Right lads, just a quick one. We've had a bit of a problem. The beer meals I've just posted, I posted like 3 days ago. They're all in PET bottles. The ones I did keep for myself, I kept in brown ale bottles. Problem we have, I was at work tonight, my missus phones to say I now have beer all over my beer store because some of my bottles exploded. They were the maple syrup ones. I've lost 2 maple syrup ones and 2 rows of brown ale. I only had 2 of them bottles of maple syrup left, and they were together in amongst lines of other bottles. And what had happened was, when they've exploded, they've taken out all the bottles around them, and I mean they went off with a big old bang. So what I'm doing is I've started opening this. Sorry, I'm just grabbing my bottle open. I've started opening one of the birthday beers because I want to see if it's the stout or if it's just because the maple syrup hadn't finished. It seems they're both very lively, but this is nowhere near as lively as that maple syrup must have been. I have sent you all a message on Facebook. I think I've sent everybody. So I'm a bit in a panic, man. I really don't want you to be getting bottle bombs off us. So I think you're going to be best off not waiting till the birthday to get them drank, lads. Just get them. You probably get them cold and then just ease the tops off nice and gentle, but do it outside. Don't try and do it inside your kitchens or if you're sitting in a nice room or anything, because they could end up absolutely everywhere. So I've got my glass there. As I say, what I've been doing with this is Zippy's little trick of just easing the side, and it's there straight away. So I know this. I've been leaving it for a few minutes now, but I'm going to get the top off it and get her straight in the glass, and we're going to see how bad she is. So here we go. Oh, she seems to have calmed down a little bit. Yeah, she's a bit lively, but nowhere near as lively as I have a funny feeling that maple syrup's going to be. Because if you remember, I was saying the actual stout ones without the honey and all the maple syrup in were quite well carbonated. But these, I didn't even put any sugar or honey in the bottles. It was just what was ever left in them as non-fermentable. Yeah, it stirred the bottom up. So, as we can see, she very, very well carbonated. These might be bin for the gentleman, because she doesn't smell very nice at all. That might just be the actual smell of the honey when I'm getting through there a bit. Well, there's only one way to find out. Just tap that down a bit and see if I can get shut of some of that head. Wow. Wow, that's all I've got to say about that. Do not drink this beer if you feel like driving your car, working any machinery in any near future. That funny smell, which I didn't recognise straight away on the grounds of I wasn't looking for it, is the honey, but it's also the smell of alcohol. They really don't smell very nice at all. I can feel that warming inside. That is absolutely lethal. I'm guessing that's what barley wine tastes like. I think it tastes a bit like sherry, this. But that might just be that alcohol taste that you get. I'm not joking, I can feel that warming inside. That's strong. I did say that it was over 14% since it did kill one set of yeast that I had in it. So, to drink, yeah, they're fine to drink. They're not going to kill you, I don't think. But that funny smell, and I think is just the smell of the honey. It's quite like a synthetic type of smell. But it was just cheap Tesco's honey that I used. But I would have opened one of the maple syrup ones and give that a go to find out if they're poisonous or not. But on the grounds that I haven't got one, because mine are all over my bottle stuff, which at midnight I am now going to have to start tidying up. So, cheers. Yeah, it's a bit winey, a bit sherry. That might actually be what, I've never had a barley wine, so I don't know what barley wine tastes like. That could be what barley wine tastes like. I only put this video up because you might see this before you see that. I just don't want anybody getting them bottles and leaving them somewhere warm, because they're going to end up all over your house. Really are. Well, I say that I don't know how strong them pet bottles are. I've never used them. The first time I've ever used them, and I've sent them out to use with stuff in the cocoa bank. I'm sorry, lads. So, cheers, and I hope they're all right, boys.